Pause. I need you all to remember what an important week this is. Forget the day, okay? This is a monumental week, okay? 2 Scorpios were born this week in history. Me and Godzilla. Very important, okay? And then today is also Frankenstein's Day, which means, this means that it is me, Godzilla, and the Creatures week. That's what this means. It's very serious. I'm taking it very seriously, okay? Hi. Your half-brother Godzilla? Yeah, exactly. No, he's definitely like not even a half brother. He's like a full brother, but he's like the firstborn, and like I was like an oopsie, you know? So it's like he's like, I guess I care about her, but she kind of cramps my fucking style, you know? Like he's one of those brothers, you know? And then obviously the Creature is the baby brother that we're very upset at how he's been treated, okay? Clearly. But hi, yes, I had no birthday plans tonight for myself for the evening because I was at an event all day today and I had no idea how long I was going to be there, and so I didn't make plans. And so I did text Anarchy and Chris last minute to be like, hey, I'm going to go eat food at this place that we like. Like if you guys want to join me for dinner. And Chris is working and Anarchy's parents are over. So that's on me because I wasn't going to do anything for my birthday anyway, so it is what it is. But I got my food. So I have some of the thick, look at the sourdough. Look at this shit. That's the toast, okay? With olive oil, and this is balsamella, so it's like balsamic, but it's a little sweeter and it's thicker. It's like a syrup. It's great, okay? Then, the main character. Ba, 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 ba. Oh no. Hold on, where's my fork? Where'd I put it? There it is. Hold on. Okay, this, I don't want the spices coming off. This is called Radiators and Red Sauce. Could I get a bowl? Yes. Do I want to? No, it's my birthday. This is Radiators and Red Sauce, chat. It is spiral pasta with a spicy red sauce, okay? Spice, it's got a kick to it, okay? And a hunk of, why am I forgetting the name of this cheese? Burrata. That's what it is. It's a hunk of burrata that is now melted into the center of this thing, covered in spices. I'm very excited. Very excited. I'm very excited. And that's my birthday dinner. I'm very excited. Hermes isn't even here. I'm not even spending Hermes' birthday with Hermes because I didn't know what time I was going to be back. And I didn't want to like leave him alone all day when I just got back from Vegas. So he's still at boarding because at least he has a better time there and he gets to play. Thank you for subscribing. Hexana, you won this well Grand Prix. Happy birthday. I love your channel. Love your videos. Love your advice. You are awesome. Thank you. Y'all look so good. So like I'm like truly alone on my birthday this year. Even today, the thing that I went to, I knew no one there. It was like me and a bunch of strangers. So I'm like truly living my do it alone life shtick. Let's go. I'm so excited. So good. Amazing. Okay. I'm excited. But yeah, I figured I'd just go live on Weedy app. Because I haven't been live all week because I've been at SEMA. Which I could have found time to go live, but every time I wasn't at the trade show chat, I was editing or I was trying to write and catch up. I'm very behind on NaNoWriMo, which is, I'm choosing to be okay with it because I did choose to do NaNoWriMo very last minute. However, I'm using the same journal that I used for the first NaNoWriMo I did in 2021 because I only used it for writing and then I never touched it again. So obviously with my no buy year, I'm not allowed to buy journals. So let me make sure I go through and do it again. So I'm going through it and I'd started, it's so funny because like I'd clearly started tracking like my word count in the journal on top of like using the nanowrimo.org website, which no longer exists. And it's so funny because like I was so ahead this time. I hit like 10,000 words by like day 3. Like I really And I was like, God, why was I just like more attached to that story? Why was I so ahead? And then I remembered it was 2021 and I was not traveling at all. I traveled one time, and that was for like a girls trip that I did. That was not a work trip. It was fully a girls trip. My friend was working in Phoenix at the time. Or no, she was working in New Mexico, and the rest of us were here in LA. And so we decided to like meet in the middle and go to Flagstaff. Okay. That trip ended up being a bit of a catalyst to a friendship blowing up. I'm friends with the other two still, so that's cool. But like I ended up being like low-key bullied by this one friend that like most of that trip. So even though I was on a girls trip, I just kept being like, okay, fuck this. And I would just go off and write and like hit my word count, for the entire time I was gone. Meanwhile, now I travel all the fucking time. My workload is definitely way different. So of course, I easily could make myself prioritize writing more. I've still written more in the last, 7 days. I've written more in the last 7 days than I have in like the last 7 months. So like, regardless, it's a productive week, even if I'm not on track for NaNoWriMo right now. You know what I'm saying? Taking a big birthday bong hit for you. Thank you. Incredible. Fanfic author numbers. Yeah, no, I really was cranking it out. Like, it's kind of funny in hindsight. AI write my NaNoWriMo. Winter, I know you're joking. It's my birthday. I get to ban one of you for funsies. I did end up blocking someone. Okay. I am choosing to believe that I accidentally hit the button or it was a glitch, okay? So I was checking my message requests on Instagram yesterday, which I don't always do. I leave it to a certain amount of time to check it because some of y'all are crazy, okay? And so I try to keep it like within reason of when I check it. Okay, so I'm like scrolling through and I get a message that just says, wow, you have adorable titties. That's it. That's all it was, okay? With a photo attached that like was blocked because I hadn't accepted the message request. So obviously I know what that photo is. Context clues. I know what that photo is, okay? But what I always do, but then I scrolled up and this guy had messaged me like a couple of other things about my appearance and shit. Nothing too over the line, okay? I want to make it abundantly clear. I do acknowledge I am a hot woman. Some of you just can't help yourselves but tell me, okay? So, okay, sorry. I couldn't say that without laughing. I'm so sorry. But when you do shit like this, and then I see that all you have ever commented to me is shit about my appearance, or like, God, you're so fucking hot, you got me hard, shit like that. I screenshot your screen name with the messages, so I at least have a record just in case. It goes in my creep folder. I have a creep folder for a reason, okay? Just to have it, and it's nothing for anything serious, but traditionally, I don't know if you guys know this, it starts with that. There's like I don't want to say there's like a foolproof like guide plan of like when someone will become a stalker, but I am a woman on the internet and a lot of men are fucking crazy. So I just cover all my bases and I take a little screenshot. So I had also just updated my Instagram, okay, to the new update. Low-key hate it. I low-key hate the new update on Instagram, okay? However, I screenshotted it, and I was, like, just going to share it to, like, my close friend story, like, checked my DMs again. Will not be doing it for another month, which I do often. It's me, a couple of friends. I have maybe like 30 people on close friends. I'm not one of those people that's got like 280 people on my close friends. If I have not met you in real life and we have not had like a real fucking conversation, I do know creators that like if a creator follows them back, they will add them to close friends. I don't fuck with you like that. I don't know you like that. Thank you. That's cool. But until we've like met and I have assumed that you're not a complete fucking psycho, I'm not adding you to close friends. You know what I'm saying? And so like that's I'm not worried about sharing things like that there. Okay. So then imagine my surprise when I then scroll like back and I see that this guy's screen name is now just like in my priority messages, which it shouldn't have fucking done because I didn't accept the fucking message. And it shows that I took a screenshot in the messages, and now it shows the fucking photo of his unsolicited dick pic that he sent me. So I'm like, fine. Like, great, cool, fantastic. So I immediately block him because what the fuck? I don't know what happened. I'm immediately like, okay, bad. Because like a lot of creators, not every creator, but a lot of creators screenshot messages, comments, things like that when they're for any reason. It could be like a funny haha. It could just be like, oh, let me reshare this so I can like comment what lipstick I'm wearing or something like that. Or it could be an instance of someone actively being like sexual and fucking crazy, okay? So it'd be really fucking bad if the new update came with a glitch that turned, when you screenshotted a message, it automatically accepted that message. That'd be really bad, okay? It's already bad enough that I've seen a dick pic. I did try and recreate it with someone whose message I had not accepted yet, but someone who I had like commented back and forth with, so I knew like they weren't fucking crazy. And it didn't do it. However, the message, when he sent the dick pic, he sent it in a he put it to disappearing mode first and then sent it. So I'm wondering if, even though I hadn't accepted the message, when it was in disappearing mode, that caused the glitch. Or there's also the more potential possibility, which is I somehow accidentally hit accept message without meaning to. Always a possibility, okay? I don't know, okay? But anyways, I've seen an unsolicited dick pic. This guy now has been blocked because, fuck, whether I fucked up or you fucked up, you sent me a dick pic. That's your fault. And then imagine my surprise when I'm walking around the convention center having blocked this man, and I get a notification in my DMs from his account showing that he also took a screenshot. So Instagram, why am I getting notifications of what someone is doing when I have them blocked? Forget everything else, could be a coincidence. Why am I getting notifications from this man? I don't follow him. I don't think I accepted the message. Why did I get a notification that he also screenshotted the interaction? I'm assuming he took a screenshot because he assumes that I screenshotted the dick pic. I did not screenshot the dick pic. I screenshotted the initial message with the thing showing that he had sent a photo, but that it was blocked because I had not accepted the message. I have that screenshot. I can never delete that screenshot now because I need to cover my own ass, okay? Oh, so good. Amazing. Okay, so why did I get a notification? I had to then delete. I had blocked him and then I deleted the messages because, again, I don't want to see your fucking dick pic, okay? So then I blocked him, deleted it, and rather than it show up in my request or hidden request, it showed up again in like the main message page. It was weird. So I don't care if it's glitched. He's blocked. Get fucked. Don't send me dick pics. I don't know why. Like, you give me so much power when you send me. Like, let's say I was a complete piece of shit. Okay. Well, actually, no. No. This is the piece of shit option. And I just like posted the dick pic that you sent me unsolicited because I didn't ask for that. I'm fairly certain it would still fall under revenge porn. I am in California, so like I'm assuming that's what it would fall under. Okay. There's also, they could get me on copyright. Okay, but like, let's say I did that. Let's say I wasn't a public figure and I was just a piece of shit. That is my option to do. Why are you giving me that power? 2, you also send it in disappearing mode, so I could also be a complete cunt and post your screen name because you commented, you DM'd me, okay, and be like, this fucker has a tiny penis. I could do that. I'm not going to. But like, I don't know why you guys give us so much ammunition. If I wanted a dick pic, I would ask for it. Who the fuck are you? I don't even know you. We've never spoken. Gently used coat, welcome in. Hi. Happy birthday. Oh, I came in at a bad time. I know. We were talking about Instagram glitching. Happy birthday. I consume more of your YouTube content, not so much here. Sorry, but I wanted to say happy birthday. Thank you. No, I get that you guys watch me on different platforms. That's totally cool. It's so funny. I'll never forget when I was doing the setup for the PCs, and someone was like, "You're a YouTuber?" I was like, "Yeah." Do you listen to these like streams on mute? What are you doing? Okay, so my dad did get me a gift. I asked my dad for two things. I asked my dad for a cast iron pan because I don't have one, and I asked him for the to pre-order the Frankenstein Guillermo del Toro art book. I don't think he did the second thing because I didn't get it. That's okay. That's all right. But I tried. Maybe that'll be a Christmas gift because that's also next month. Who knows? But I did get a cast iron pan, which is sick. So that's downstairs. Then what else? That's kind of it. I don't really get gifts. Oh, Anarchy got me a cosplay, apparently. I have not seen it. I can't tell you about it. And it's funny, because for it to work for the purpose that she wants it to work for, I can't give it to you yet. Like, I can't show you what it is. Because basically, Anarchy's whole thing is that I need to start cosplaying at conventions so that I can walk around conventions and do my job normally without you guys clocking me. So that we get stopped less at conventions so I can be a little more incognito, okay? However, she also wants me to, like, post that I'm cosplaying, and I'm like, okay, these things cancel each other out, because then if people know what I'm cosplaying as, that defeats the purpose of, oh my god, is that Swell? Holy shit, Swell Entertainment? That defeats the purpose, you know? I haven't logged into my Twitch account in months, if not years. You're good. Merp. This burrata is getting funky. Let's see. There we go. By another streamer I follow, but this is the first time I was able to catch a live stream. I can't confidently recall who recommended you though. Was it a VTuber? If it was a VTuber, or I have collected a lot of the horror gamers, or the motorsport watch along people. Happy birthday. Thank you. I need to crack open my Dr. Pepper, my crispy. Oh, that's a good one. But yeah, I'm pretty tired. I got back super late. I'm on like 4 hours of sleep. I got back at like 3 a.m. from Vegas, which halfway through that drive, that late, again, I was like, God, I'm stupid. Why did I think this was a good idea? Like, sure, I'll get to go sleep in my bed, but at what cost? You know, why am I doing this to myself? It's not much faster. Not really. 4 hours is 4 hours. How was SEMA? It was good. Maybe a VTuber. Okay, it probably was Anarchy, Phoenix, Sarah. Who else could it have been? Gosh, so good. I love Diet Dr. Pepper. Honestly, I like it more. It's crispier than a Dr. Pepper, in my opinion. So it depends what you want. I am a Dr. Pepper girly pop. These were on sale, I will say. I usually just buy regular Dr. Pepper, but these were like 15, 20% off at Ralph's. So I bought them. I also normally don't buy soda when I'm at the grocery store, but I was like, you know what? I deserve a treat. The world's on fire, and these are on sale. Diet soda I like. Yeah, it still tastes normal. It's like crispier in a sense where I feel like it almost, I feel like it holds the bubbles longer, actually. Like, there's quite a few sodas that I'm fine with drinking, like, room temperature. I don't mind it. This one's crispy because it's been in my fridge. But, like, I do have a couple of these that are, like, sitting on the counter. They're also pretty good at room temperature, I would say. It's your birthday? Hi, yes. 28, radiate. It's so funny because when I told people, like, I'm doing really nothing for my birthday, the amount of people that were like, that's so sad. I'm like, what are you talking about? It's not, go do things for your birthday. This is my birthday. I want to eat pasta and talk on stream. But if you guys want to feel bad for me and donate to me because I'm all alone on my birthday, that's totally cool. Vegas and back home the same day. Oh, no. I drove out on Monday in the morning, and then I drove back last night. So I've been in Vegas for most of the week. Who is Austin Evans? I feel like we've done this before. Do I have to look him up again? I feel like we do this every time. Oh, Mikey sent me happy birthday. Ah! Hold on. Sorry, hang on. I'm responding to messages. Thank you. Okay. Thank you for the bits. Hold on. Wait, where's my mouse? My mouse. Ah, thank you. Slouching Liger Hidden Wagon. Thank you for the 100 bits and the B-Day 100. Thank you. Happy birthday. Thank you. A perfect birthday would have pasta, homemade, or from a good restaurant. See, that's the thing, too. It's like I'm going to be totally frank with y'all. I've done many a birthday. Okay? I've done 28, in fact. Okay? We can double some of those because my parents are divorced. Okay? Okay? But, like, my birthday is often, like, primed for bullshit. It just is. You know? Like, I've had a lot of bad birthdays. And I don't know if it's like the timeline. I'm a Scorpio. We're in November. My birthday often falls on the election. Last year, I preemptively planned ahead of that, and I celebrated my birthday on like the 1st, like a week before. Still some bullshit with that. Unrelated, but like still some bullshit. But then my actual birthday was rough. Because my actual birthday was like, oh, it wasn't a fever dream. It was the day after the election, my birthday last year. And so I was like, oh, it wasn't a fever dream. We have this racist fuck again. Cool. That's bad, you know. So that I was in like a weird fugue state for my birthday last year. Okay, and I was like also working. I was at SEMA last year as well, and like you know, you just have birthday bullshit, birthday shenanigans. And so last year even I I was like, I am fully in control of my birthday. I sent out a group chat to everyone that I was like, you'll be in town. Okay, I sent out a group message, and it literally was like fairly hostile. It was like, my birthday is this date. I am celebrating it here. I am going to get French onion soup. It would be cool if you joined me. We might also go go-karting afterwards. If you don't join me, I'm going to do these things regardless. Thank you. Would be cool if you came. Like, it was vaguely hostile. And so a lot of people that I invited came, and then the people that I knew would flaked because, of course, because they're consistent. I appreciate that they're consistent. I already didn't make a reservation with their names in mind because I knew they were going to flake out. Okay. And then this year I was like, I plan at some point, sometime this month, I will go apple picking. I've decided I do want apples. It's apple season. I've not gone apple picking in a year. And so I might just like kidnap a couple of people and be like, get in, bitches, we're going apple picking, you know. But that's probably going to be it, you know. Like, I just want to keep it low key, you know. Like, I think that's the problem with a lot of like birthday things. It's like you just kind of can't have high expectations for it. It is just another day for a lot of people, you know. Even for me, it's just another day, you know. I just happen to have gone around the sun another time, which is cool, you know. But it's just one of those things where it's like, I feel like the times where I've been like the most disappointed on my birthday, and it's usually not disappointment that I get on my birthday. It's more like, wow, fuck this. Why did I do that? Why did you do that to me? You know, it's usually something like that, you know. You're so real. I also just invite people, and if they don't go, I still do the thing regardless. Yeah. I look kind of directly. My wife's birthday is around the same time and had the same anxiety of hers last year from the election. It sucks. Yeah. Next election, 2028 chat. That's going to be my birthday. I'm going to be I'll be 32. I'm 28, 29, 30, 31. I'll be 31. Hot, frankly. I feel like 32 is a hot age. 31 is kind of meh. 32 sounds hot. you know? 31, you're kind of like, you're comfortable with 30. Like, you're like, okay, I'm 30. I'm like actually 30, you know? And then 32, you're kind of like, I'm fucking 30, bitch, you know? Everyone, yeah, 31 feels like an in-between. It's funny because my friend, Kuna, thank you for the gift subs. Hold on. Kuna won the Swell Grand Prix with 5 gifted subs. Thank you, Kuna, for the gifted subs. Oh, sorry, I saw a $5. Winter, thank you for the super chat on YouTube as well. Swell birthday. Thanks for being alone with us on your birthday. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Winter. Thank you. So sorry, I just saw that. That's weird. Sometimes it shows up on the recent tippers. I don't know why it's not. But yeah, I don't know. It's one of the, my friend, because my friend called to like wish me happy birthday. He started singing and then immediately was like, I'm not going to sing the rest of the song. I was like, oh, thank God. I love him. Not good. That's not his calling. But he was one of the people that was like talking about like, it's kind of sad that you're doing nothing. And I was like, well, you're in another state, so I don't know what we're supposed to do about this now. And then, he did ask me what one of my goals for 28 is. And I told him a couple. My main goal, I want to contribute to the popping of the bubble of AI. I want to help pop the bubble. Like when there's a movie about it, I want them to point to like this one YouTube bitch. Like had a role. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's like, I don't care if Sam Altman tweets out Amanda Golka's a dumb bitch. Like, I don't care what it is. I want to be featured in the AI bubble pop movie one day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's my goal for 28, I think. Like, I think that's one of my goals. The other goal is to either sell my book or self-publish one of my books in the year of me turning 28. Like, before I turn 29, that's my goal. That is one of my goals. Freshly 28, baby. How dare you tell me that? I'm freshly 28. How dare you? Freshly 28. 28 radiate. Okay. You know what I'm going to do for 29, though? I've decided. I'm fully going to do a Godzilla and Swell Entertainment birthday. Like, I'm fully doing, like, a joint birthday party for me and Godzilla. And I'm going to act as if Godzilla's coming. Like, I might hire someone in a Godzilla costume. And I'm going to make everyone take it very, very seriously. Like, I think that's my plan for 29. Like, it's going to be, like, aggressive. Like, I'm going to be like, if you only wish me a happy birthday and not Godzilla, like, I'm kicking you out. Like, I think that's my plan. Sam Altman basically said he expects the government to bail them out. No, it's insane. Sorry, I have like olive oil all over my face now. I have no napkins up here. Hold on. Let me go grab a thing. Hold on. I dipped, the oil dripped on my hand and then I thought I got it and then I touched my mouth and then I had oil all over my nose. I was like, what the fuck? But no, it's not even just about them bailing them out, like that expectation. He's expecting like a full on like government insurance for the data centers they're going to build and like their involvement, which is insane. I know Godzilla -0 is coming. We got 2 Godzilla movies next year, I think, chat. Again, I'm very excited. It's so funny because like even today, so the thing I went to today was called League of Originals. Probably not going to be a video, but there's definitely going to be the Glasses Files Substack about it if you guys want to go check that out eventually. And like first thing I walk in and there's workshops and I was like, oh, maybe I'll check on one of the workshops. Hi, we're doing a ChatGPT workshop. I'm good, thank you. Okay, just walk away. The second talk of the day was something about using AI in your marketing or something like that. So I skipped that one as well. And then one of the last talks I ended up going to before I left was a talk about connecting with your audience and your customer base and all this stuff. And one of the speakers, it had nothing to do with AI, not really, but one of the speakers was talking about like, you have to know what you're doing, like when you post something. Like you need to know, like, are you trying to engage with your existing customers? Are you looking for, is this a growth play? Is this, you know, a lore play? Not lore, but like your culture of your product. And then he started talking about like, everyone talks about like, oh yeah, AI this, AI that. You have a physical product that your customers, you want them to buy. Your customers are not going to be answered by an LLM. And basically was telling this room of business people, like, yeah, cool. You can use AI all you want. Don't forget that you have a customer that's trying to buy your fucking product, you know? Yeah, I saw did they make I don't want to see the statement. No, actually, I don't want to see the statement. I did see that they have like a head of generative AI and that already did me psychic damage. What Stickergate? What Stickergate stuff? No, I haven't. I make wealthier people dislike AI by talking about AI like they talk about lab-made diamonds or inauthentic products. It's crazy to me because it's like, so I went to SEMA, okay, and I talked about this at LA Comic Con. But as someone that goes to so many events, it is really disheartening to see so many booths and companies utilizing AI in their booths, in their marketing, and their products that they're giving away. Because one, it shows a lack of care. It makes me think you're broke as shit. It makes me think that you don't care about this product because you plugged in a prompt and then printed it out and gave it to me on a sticker. Like, why would I think that you truly have faith and belief in this product when you're treating it like a disposable, like, Twitter meme? Like, that's so weird to me. I hate all AI. I hate all generative art. I really do. Okay. We can sit here and get down into the semantics about, admin applications and shit like that. Sure. But all Gen AI, I fucking can't fucking stand. Okay. That's where I'm at. Okay. But you can't tell me that like I walk around a booth and like my dad my dad is a cheap fuck. Okay. I love my dad, but he's a cheap fuck. Okay. So he uses ChatGPT, but he uses like the free version of ChatGPT. So every time I bring up how much I hate AI and large language models, he tells me that what he hates about ChatGPT is that it constantly asks him for money and to buy the bigger things. I'm like, okay, that's not the point. We have different complaints. You don't want to pay money for the thing that's hemorrhaging the money. And he did say that he did intentionally start saying please and thank you because OpenAI has said that like they don't say please and thank you because it like uses like energy and like it hemorrhages like it's bad because it's AI. You get my point. I can't get him to stop it, which doesn't make sense to me because he's also a writer and has participated in writer strikes previously and things like that. And I'm like, why? I don't get where your brain went. I do blame 2020. I blame COVID. I can't fully articulate how, but I'm assuming it's the same thing with the anti-vax shit with him. Something in there fucked with his brain. And now he doesn't think that AI is the good news with my dad, chat. So much of the saving grace when it comes to my father is he is not a religious man in any capacity. I do think, and I've told him this, I'm like, you and I don't agree on a lot of things right now, but I do thank you for not being a Jesus freak. I say that respectfully, but also not. Because I was like, I do think that's where I think that's where I would fully lose you. Because there'd be a level of, for him, with where he's at, there would be a level of delusion in relation to that with what we're already dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not like, it's God's will. He's like, why the fuck did you do that? You know? How to boil down Stickergate into a couple of sentences. When I see AI ads, I think the product isn't good enough to have something to show for. Exactly. Like, I don't get. Someone pointed out, like, because I did not look at this thing too closely because I was like, ew. And I, like, clicked away. Like, the main character of the Coca-Cola Christmas ad is that truck. It's, like, delivering the Coca-Cola and all this stuff. And yet the truck consistently throughout, like, different frames changes its design. It's a completely different truck at multiple times because it's fucking AI. And it's like, I almost want to make like a Dr. Pepper Godzilla stop motion short film for a commercial just to say go fuck yourself to Coca-Cola. I'm not going to because I don't work for free. But I I thought about it for a moment. The robot apocalypse. Wait, talking about religion. Have you heard about the woman calling up churches asking baby formula? Yes, and the only one so far. She did say there was another one I've been seeing, but the one that I saw was she called a mosque and had like a baby. This woman on TikTok chat is filming herself calling all of these churches and saying, I have a 2-month-old baby and I ran out of formula last night. Do you have any way that I could do you have any like cans of formula that I could have or that I could borrow or something like that? And she has like a baby playing, crying in the background. And so many of these churches say no. She calls a mosque in Alabama, I believe. No, Charlotte. Sorry. She calls a mosque in Charlotte. And they immediately are like, okay, how old are you nearby? What type of formula are you looking for? What brand? Yeah, come on by. We have that for you, like immediately. And I believe there's one other church that did also say like, yes, absolutely, come on by. We will get something figured out for you. But unfortunately, because of everything that's happening with Snap, there is a lot of people that are realizing that like the churches that they have been donating to, going to, and things like that are not prepared to help the community. A lot of churches are. I want to make that abundantly clear. But a lot of the churches, especially super mega churches, a lot of them are secretly for profit, it seems. And, you know, if they can't give back to the community when times are bad, I don't think you're a house of worship. That's my personal opinion. And I'm not even religious like that. Same vibe as John Green wanting Diet Dr. Pepper to be the official sponsor for humanity's relationship with the moon. Exactly. Like, you're telling me you're not willing to spend money on real artists and good marketing. Why would I think you wouldn't cut corners? Yeah. There have been 4. 2 of them were Black-owned churches. I think one was just a grandpa who was strict at the thought of a baby, who was struck at the thought of a baby going hungry, and then the mosque. Yeah, the one is I've heard multiple people talk about it. I did see the video of her calling the mosque, and the mosque is immediately like, yeah, okay. How close are you? You're like 10 minutes away. Oh, perfect. Yeah, come on by. We should have that for you. Mega churches shouldn't even be a thing. I get so upset every time I see one. Aren't even secretly for profit, in my opinion. I think it's blatant. You guys, I'm saying, you guys forget sometimes I have to say things in a certain way so I don't get sued. Because we know the money's not going to formula. It's going to the lawyers and the private jets. You guys are in chat. I'm on a recording. Houston floods. Oh my God, yeah. I'm sorry. Fuck Dan Olstein. That I'll never forget. I was in California. Okay, obviously. But I'll never forget seeing him go on the news and being like, we didn't know that you would want that they would want us to open our doors for people. We have flooding. We're not prepared. No one told us that. Like, I'll never I was like, fuck you, God. You're a fucking you are of a massive stadium church, and you didn't think we should immediately turn. We should get this set up in a way so that people can come here to be safe and have a roof and like, fuck you, God. Thank you for subscribing, Terrace House, guys. Hi, Vroom Vroom. Happy birthday. Thank you. You won the Swell Grand Prix. Like I'll never. I think I was in. God, when was that? Was I in college then? Chat, the Houston floods, the big one, in recent memory. A mini roller. Listen, I fully get, as someone that is not religious, I want to make this abundantly clear. I have a lot of respect for religion. I'm very interested in religions. Don't try and force your religion onto me and we're going to be chilling, okay? Like, well, my God. Okay, cool. I'm not a part of your religion. We don't need to do this, like, it's cool. I respect you. We're good. But, like, there is community in religion. I have been a part of many of community groups and things like that. My parents just didn't foster, like, a hardcore, thank you for raiding. Hi, Kuro. Hello. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi. Sorry, I'm talking about religion, organized religion. Super laid back topic to raid into. Welcome in, Raiders. Hi, I'm Amanda. You're watching Swell Entertainment. I do happen to be 28 today. So if you are, if you do have a fear of spinsters, I understand. It can happen. But I've been in spinster age. But now I feel like I'm like thoroughly in spinster age. So like it depends where you're at, But thank you for the raid. If you guys want to stick around, we're just kind of yapping and talking while I eat some dinner and spend my birthday alone. Like I can't even pretend to be like actually sad about it. This was fully my choice today. But if you do feel bad for me and want to give me donos, that's also cool. How was your stream? How was your stream? Can I do a shout out? How do I none of my mods are here. Hold on. Kuro, hold on. How I just do shout out? Hold on. Shout out. Shout out and then hang on. It's did I do it? Yay! I did it. Welcome in. Happy birthday, Swell. Love your content. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you. Thank you guys for the happy birthday. He teaches prosperity. It's all about praying to God for monetary gain. Which one? There was a video a couple weeks ago about the pastor shaming the grandma because she tithed only $1,200 instead of she promised vile. The great and powerful cosmic cow. And it's like if you guys like Sky Daddy, that's totally cool. Like fully. Like I'm agnostic, borderline atheist. I believe there are things we can't explain. I'm a former Catholic. I am baptized Catholic. I don't necessarily believe in hell, but I also think I'm low-key going to hell because that's the Catholic way. Okay. Did I watch? Was I on Pope Watch when we were looking at the Pope? Yes, because I find that interesting, and also that's a historical figure now. That is a part of a religion that I was raised in partially. Not religiously, but still. And I also say I'm a bad Catholic because I'm a Catholic for weddings, funerals, and baptisms. Because most of my family is still Catholic. So, which is also probably why I'll have to elope. Because like on paper, chat, I am the next one in line in my family to get married if I were to get married. And like all of my cousins have gotten married in the same church. I kind of don't think I can do that. So... I'm just gonna elope and then throw a party and then we solve that problem, Hello, welcome in. But yeah, religion serves a purpose fully, especially in community building. And I do think that I was talking about this the other day, actually. Even the thing that I went to, I am hoping that with the current, like, economic uncertainty that we are having, we're going to start having more community building that is just please show up, bring something to share to eat, bring a potluck item, and that's your key to getting in the door is bringing in a potluck item. You know what I'm saying? Like I am sick of the pay for community events, okay? And so many churches would also fall under this where it's like give what you can to support the church, to support the community. But so many of these churches now have become so much like, no, you have to meet this threshold, to get to heaven. Like, what the fuck are we doing? No, that's not community. That's not love. That's not religion. What are we doing? Happy birthday. Mine's next month. Very cool. As an ex-Christian, I love the vibe of a church wedding most of the time. They got the aesthetics right. Dude, my family's Roman Catholic. Our church is fucking gorgeous. Too bad I don't think I can like spiritually get married there. I go there a lot, you know, for like weddings and all that. Which wedding were we just at? Did we do a baptism? What did we just do? Yes, we did a baptism not too long ago for my cousin's twins. My cousin had twin boys. It's almost extinct at this point, but it's an interesting religion. Ooh, Zoroastrianism? On TikTok, who bought on an ex-church as a house and OMG, the windows and everything is stunning. I do like a lot of old churches that get turned into houses because a lot of them are historical buildings. And like, I do think there is, whether I agree with the religion or not, or like I believe in that religion or not, that's not the point. It's about like, there are historical elements to these churches. There are like I don't want anything being destroyed or anything like that. And so if it gets turned into a house, it gets turned into a house while you maintain the historical elements of the church. I do think that's a good thing. However, I will admit that I have met many a person who either bought a remodeled church or remodeled a church and it did fuck up their lives. Like they unlocked a curse or some shit. Like they had a string of bad luck. Like I do think a lot of like Holy Land is not like being turned into millennial gray. So just keep that in mind. Just something to consider. I've heard too many stories about it. So I'm like, I do think there's something there. On churches, there's no way I could do a church wedding. Yeah. But I have to give it up for stained glass windows and choir music. Yeah, dude, you go to a good choir, you're just like, wow, how do you do that? Like, it's cool. I will admit, chat, one of my greatest joys growing up was I was very proud. So, okay, so for those of you who don't know, okay, I am baptized Catholic, technically Roman Catholic, but my parents both worked, okay? And so my parents, because they both worked, needed daycare for us. And so I went to a Methodist daycare for like most of my childhood, most of my after school program. It was great. They would pick us up from school, bring us back there. Okay. A lot of my friends were Christian. I was allowed to do like 30-hour famine with them, which would be like, it was more like 24 hours, but we would basically go and fast for 24 hours and like do community work and things like that. But we'd all sleep over at the church and stuff. And like, that was fun to do with my friends. So I would do that, you know. I think I went to mass and a couple of things with my friends. I went to a lot of my friends' bat mitzvahs and things like that. And you know, so like I was never like really raised with like a one religion, not necessarily. Like in theory I was, but then at home, like we were not religious. We were not the pray before dinner type or anything like that. And so then it wasn't until I was like 14 when I let it slip to my parent I don't speak to, that I didn't really believe in God, that like it was like, oh my God, you're going to hell. My daughter's going to hell. Okay. Wow. That was a lot. Like we would never really go to church on Sundays. We would only go to church on Sundays if like me or my brother was like misbehaving. Like if I got like a 9 out of 20 on a spelling bee, like a spelling test, we would go to church that Sunday, as if that would make it so that I could not have dyslexia. You know what I'm saying? Like, it doesn't really foster religion when religion is used as like corrective action in any capacity. And my mother didn't see it that way. So, cool. Not for me. It's fine, you know. And if like I ever marry someone or I ever be with someone that like, I probably wouldn't be with someone that was like highly religious, just because we would be very different, you know. But like if I was with someone and they were like, hey, it's really important to me that like you convert to my religion for like whatever, and I really loved them, I would probably do it. But it would be a case-by-case basis, obviously. Use religion as punishment for something you can't control. That'll get them to believe it. Yeah. It wasn't even like she truly thought like it would like solve my dyslexia. It was truly like, you are like misbehaving. God sees that. Like it was fascinating. Like I'm so curious. I really think there's got to be like some child psychologist book about the use of religion as like a punishment or something. Like there's got to be a book about that, because it was like it was just like not. Like, it was never like, yes, God is love. Like, it was never, God is caring for others. Although I did love, so because I went to the Methodist daycare, we would do the holiday recital every year, where we would do like a Christmas recital, and we would do like the story of Christmas and like Jesus being born and the nativity scene and all of that. You guys, I have never felt like a bigger bitch on the church campus than when, for 3 years in a row, I was the narrator of that fucking play. I got to be the narrator. That was the height of my acting career. Okay. I was in the 3rd grade, the 4th grade, and the 5th grade. And you know what? I ran that narration with an iron fist. That was my magnum opus. Okay. That was my Oscar. That was my Oscar. I took it very seriously. I was very good at it. Okay. I know K-pop Demon Hunters got Grammy nominations. With church and failure punishment. No, fire. It fully does. And then it's crazy because then you have that experience. And then so like there were times where I was like, okay, I don't think you exist. But also, if you do exist, you should probably stop me from being abused. Like, so there would be times where I was like, I'm praying. Like, are you going to do something? Like, the person that brought me into this world is being a horrible person. Surely you should have a problem with that. It's funny now. It's funny now because I'm in therapy. And I'm 28 years old and I'm allowed to laugh at this shit. But like at the time it was like really bad. You know, one thing I dislike that some religious people do is say everything's is God's plan. Like, yeah, maybe don't tell me that after my 5th funeral of the year also applies to when people say stuff about disabilities and chronic health issues, like it's punishment or part of a plan. No, exactly. The other thing, it's like, so my parents an abusive alcoholic. They're currently sober as far as we know. Good for them. I do still think they're a bad person. I don't want them in my life. The alcohol just made it worse. But when I was in high school, I think this was it was after I had left already. I left about a month before I turned 18, Chad. Okay, so 10 years. Wah, 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 wah. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I swear to God, I'm not manic. I'm sorry. I just realized that's so funny. Okay. But no, a couple months. So I think after my brother came to live with us full time, because there was an incident. That's his business though. Someone recommended that we go to Alateen and my dad go to Al-Anon. Okay. Al-Anon and Alateen. Alateen is the teenage version of Al-Anon. Okay. I think I was 18, but I was like still a teen. I was in high school. And Al-Anon, it's for like family members of alcoholics, and it's like supposed to be like community building and things like that. It's like the family version of AA. Okay. It is quite religious. Okay. Which I do think is fine because, as I said, I do think religion is good community, and I do think there is a lot of structure in religion that when you are going through recovery, when you are an addict, a lot of times what you need is pretty rigid structure, and so it does work for a lot of people. Unfortunately, it also told my parent that she was not an alcoholic and she was stressed, so like that didn't help things. When someone is self-righteous, unfortunately, that also happens to be an alcoholic, unfortunately it doesn't work that much, you know. So when they're also dealing with, you know, self-righteousness, narcissistic tendencies, it does not work that well. Okay, unfortunately, we have no control of that. That's not their fault. That's just this individual, you know what I'm saying? It's the 28 radiating. But like, I'll never forget, like, I went with me and my brother, and the woman was like so excited to have someone to talk to. It was very alarming. Like, I never went to another one of these. I probably should. I'm in therapy, so like I think I'm good. And I'm not on the path to forgiveness with this person. So I don't think Al-Anon would do well for me. I don't think I would be receptive to it, but I'll never forget. Okay, this woman was just like very excited to like have someone to talk to, and just like gave me a pamphlet that basically compared alcoholism to cancer, Keep in mind, my dad's girlfriend was a stage 4 cancer patient at this time. So that didn't go well in my brain. I was like, I think I almost, like, I was 18. I think I almost instinctively called this woman. I was like, I think I almost said, are you stupid? I didn't, but I was like, why are you giving this to me? Like, what are we doing? My brother was just like, I don't want to fucking be here. So he went and sat in the car, and they were like, okay, let's go join the other group. And so my dad's in the other group. It's him and all of these women who's either partners or their fathers. None of them had women in their lives that were alcoholics. And I do think that that is also a big thing that is a divide in the group that we were in, at least. Okay. And so I walk in and my dad's just sitting there and I'm just like, hi. And he's just like listening to the stories. And it is wild because, like, I can joke about it now, but I'm not, this person's not in my life. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't, like, if I got married tomorrow, I'm not telling her. She's not invited, you know? And so it's another thing when someone is talking about I'm not going into detail of what they said, but like they're talking about an active situation that they are in and they're laughing about it to the room, trying to get them to also agree that it's like funny, you know? And I'm just like, what the fuck are we talking about? You know? At one point my dad like just was like, this woman is terrorizing my children. I'm not supposed to, you don't negotiate with terrorists. This is a terrorist. Like, it's funny now. This room of women were dead silent. Like, and I was just like, when we got back to the car, I was like, we never have to go back there. He's like, no. He's like, his therapist, my dad's there. I think it was my dad's therapist that like recommended it to us. And my dad's therapist was like, please tell Amanda I'm so sorry. I did think it would be good. Sometimes feels like a double-edged sword in the regard because it can be really good for community and helping people struggling, but it's very often predatory to those people struggling. I think also, unfortunately, with the current state we are in capitalism, we have a lot of people that are desperate to claw their own way out of situations, which I do understand. I was broke most of my life. And so, like, I do content, but also I have a frontal lobe and I have empathy. And so I don't want to be a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not to say that people that get into, you know, creating mega churches or anything, like, start with the goal of being pieces of shit. I do think that power corrupts, money corrupts, you know, you can slip down a direction or another. I slipped into the direction of credit card debt, which I am now dealing with because I never dealt with my issues with money. But like, I have never been like, I'm going to start like tricking people into giving me money. Do you know how many opportunities I could have done to do a crypto rug pull on y'all? Like, but I was like, no, what the fuck are we doing? Absolutely. That's a crime. Like, sorry. It's like, no, it's fine. It's not, though. What the fuck are you doing? Like, thank you. That's a rad sweater. Thank you. It's one of my favorite sweaters. It has sheep on it. It is sheep. It's one of my favorite sweaters. But no, it's one of those things where it's like, what the fuck was I saying? I think that in this time, there's a lot of people where it's like, I need to save myself, you know? I'm in the capacity where I'm like, I need to make sure I can pay my rent so that I can help other people and also make sure that I have a place to live, that if someone needs it, they have a place to stay with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need to help myself so I can help others, but I'm also like, what I have is good. You know what I'm saying? Whereas there's people like, no, to help you, I need a mega jet. You know, I need a jet so I can save souls, you know? And I'm just like, sorry? What? You know, it's one of those things. But it's like, that's what I mean as well, where it's like, I feel like, and like, again, when there's a lot of religious, when I talk about religious persecution, a lot of people only talk about Christianity and things like that right now, when it's like, we actively have people that are mad at Muslims because a Muslim man is now going to be the mayor of New York City. Fuck yeah, Zoran, you know. But like there is, I am concerned about an uptick in violence against Muslims because of that, you know? Like, I am concerned because people are fucking crazy, you know? And, like, it's one of those things as well where it's like, I don't know why I got on that tangent in particular. But, you know, it's like one of those things where it's like, I feel like, that's where the okay, well, you need to prove that you like truly care about this church, like for the money aspect and things like that. But to take money from your congregation is one thing. To not use that money to help your congregation when in times of need, you are not practicing what you're preaching at all. You know, if Swell Entertainment ever gets big enough, you wouldn't get a jet. I don't want a jet. Do you want me to, one? Do you like to have a jet? Like every time you fly a jet, it's so much fucking money. It's so much fucking money. It's so dangerous. They're so, little planes are scary, and I'm not even afraid of flying. You know, I do have a friend that owns a plane. It's like a small plane. She's a pilot. And she's talked about like, oh, I would love to give you flying lessons at some point, which like I would like to do at some point for like learning purposes. But I can't even see myself like owning a plane, you know, like a small one like she has. She has one. It's like basically the plane that she started with costs the same as what my car that I currently have starts with. And like my car is paid off, but it was like she was like 13K, I think is what her plane is at. It's like a small little like 2-seater. It's cute. But it's like, I'm like, I don't think I want, like, because then I have to store the plane. Like, there's a lot of work, you know? Because the worms whispered to you. Well, no, I was talking about, it did come back. Thank you for the $2 tip. Happy birthday. Thank you, Bravo. Bravo needs bacon. Thank you for the $2. You are now both the first and the second recent tipper. Thank you. But no, I brought it up not because of the worms. I brought it up because I was talking about, I didn't fully articulate the thought. The thought was of, like, there is religious persecution in this country. They only talk about, like, the war on Christmas, you know, when, like, there are, unfortunately, bad actors in every religion, especially when it comes to money from your worshipers. I'm trying to think of a less, like, what's it called? Like specific sect term, worshipers. I think that seems encompassing enough. Yes. Like unfortunately that is the case because you're going to have people that unfortunately in every group and every, like, look at YouTubers. We have some YouTubers that are doing incredible work and we have some YouTubers that are pieces of shit, you know, look at streamers right now, you know, like the same way, like, I think we need immense police reform, but like I do believe there are good cops. Unfortunately, we also have a lot of bad cops. It's like everything, okay? And unfortunately, there are also people that want to make money because we live in capitalism. It's bad, okay? And so that's where you have people that are utilizing the, oh, well, for God, for the house of, you want to spread the word, don't you? Give me your money. You know what I'm saying? Congregation seems very secular, though. You know what I'm saying, Kamika? Worshipper sounds more non-secular. Works for most religions, yeah. Happy holidays instead of Merry Christmas. How dare someone say happy holidays? I'm not even celebrating the holidays. Huzzah. I'm going to eat turkey, and that's about it. I might go to the faithful. We can do faithful. Believers, faithful, followers, you know, yeah. We can go with that. You know, but then we also, I feel like people, like when we see something that's not like a big organized religion, like a cult, then obviously we look at that and you're like, whoa, what do you mean they're taking all this money from you? And it's going to this guy and it's like, yeah, well, that's happening in smaller pockets throughout your entire religion, you know? And it's just like the difference between a cult and a religion is honestly time, you know, like truly. And I'm not saying that all religions are cult. I want to make that abundantly clear. Okay. I'm just saying that unfortunately in this time, I think a lot of people are going to start having crises of faith, which I, as someone that has had a crisis of faith, I wouldn't wish that on someone. I had mine at like 13. Okay. But like it can be jarring and it can be concerning when something that you've like, oh, I hopefully I hope people just make the decision to find a new church, you know, if they do have these crises, you know, but I think when they start realizing that a lot of churches, you know, weren't taking these donations and putting them aside for the community, and now people are hungry. Like I think we're gonna see a lot of religious crash outs, for lack of a better phrase. Recently saw Midsummer, and seeing the characters be like, well, it's their tradition, was crazy. It got reminded me of it just now. Who gets so mad about Happy Holidays fascinate me. It's always so fascinating. When I worked retail, it was really bad. That was like 2016 time, chat, when Trump was in office for the first time. It was really bad then. Because I'll never, like, I would just say Happy Holidays just because it feels inclusive. And, like, yeah, like, it would just be like, okay, Happy Holidays, you know? And then there'd be people that would be like, Merry Christmas. It's like, okay, take your fucking receipt and get the fuck out of this baby clothes store. What are we doing? I'm not getting paid enough for this. Was when I was 5 and my teacher yelled at me for comparing Santa and God because the child, they sound very familiar. That's fair. I think that's fair. The one that I always questioned, that Lisa also questioned. Lisa is my stepmom that has passed, chat. She also was not religious, but her parents were. She and I both were like, okay, wait. If the devil is punishing bad people, why is he not now a good guy? Why is he not redeemed? Like that was the one, which I think a lot of kids question. Like once you're like, but wait, he's punishing bad people. So what now? You know, like I feel like that's usually where a lot of kids start asking questions, and they don't like that. There's never usually a discussion about it. They're just like, no, he's the devil. There's more than one holiday, lady. New Year's Day is a week from Christmas. Happy Holidays covers the spread. Yeah, I'd start Happy Holiday. Hey, I would start Happy Holidays in Halloween. Happy Holidays. I would start it. Okay. I'm the meme. I'm so sorry. I just realized I'm the meme. Have you guys ever seen that meme? I believe it was a tweet from a black woman. I believe this is relevant. She's like, I think she said, like, you can always tell when a white person had a spaghetti dinner. Because they get that stain around their mouth, and you know they enjoyed it. And I realized that, like, the sides of my mouth are a little stained. And it just made me think of that. Sorry. I had to tell you guys why I was like laughing in my head. Because it's like, yeah, you got us. So many plot holes in the Bible, shaking my head. Yeah. You can tell a man wrote that. Happy birthday. Thank you. My tongue's all stained. Okay, I'm going to save the rest of this. It's going to be my lunch tomorrow. Very exciting. Oh, wait, no, I have to go to a thing tomorrow. I'm also still going back to another thing tomorrow because I am insane and decided to load up my birthday weekend with, like, a bunch of things. But also, I feel like that's the thing with me, with, like, my birthday. Like, if I want to go do something fun, I just go do it. I don't need to, like, wait for the special occasion of my birthday, you know? Like, I'm one of those people where I'm like, no, I want to go to the movies, or I want to go to, like, if apple picking season, so I go apple picking in Oak Glen, chat, which is a little, like an hour or so outside of LA, okay? Because of the rain that we got a couple of weeks ago, they had a lot of flooding, so I didn't want to go out there because they were doing cleanup, obviously. But now it's like, they're like, no, hi, please fucking come. So I will go out eventually. But it's like, if it weren't for that, I would have already gone. And, you know? I have not seen Begonia yet. I was at a convention, chat. I have not seen anything. The last movie I saw Frankenstein. I saw Shelby Oaks. And that's it right now. I have not seen anything else. Happy birthday. Thank you, Gator. Oh, I did get a package. So I went by the P.O. box because I thought I was going to get I was supposed to get mail from my abuser. Because my dad asked for permission because she wanted my address. And my dad said, I can tell her to fuck off. And I was like, no, just give her the P.O. box. Let's call her bluff. So he gave her the P.O. box, which is public. She would have found it if she tried. So she did send something. I have not received it yet, but I went to go check it today. And I apparently had like 6 packages that my notification never told me. So that's fun. So one of the things I got is from Dianasaurus on here. This is from today. I got a Woobles kit. Have you guys ever tried these? I'm going to try it. I got it today. It came from the thing. I got this shirt from someone. This is from Sonia the Woodwork. And it is I don't think these are birthday gifts, chat. I do think these are just things that no one told me were in my P.O. box. I got a Raphael shirt, which is very nice. Raphael. I was warned there's probably, I think, cat hair on it. Yes, I never wore it, but I have 3 cats, and their fur gets on everywhere. Okay, so I got a shirt, which is very nice. And then, Dianasaurs, apparently, I don't know when this is from, they got me a keyboard, chat. That's like a proper gaming keyboard. And they said they swapped out some of the keys on here, but they made one, and it kind of got a little mess. The box got a little messed up in transport, but I have this. This is a keycap thing, and then it's in here, I believe. This is their letter that they wrote. Is it in here? Oh, there it is. It's a keyboard thing. And then this was inside a Pokeball, but the Pokeball did break open, so yes. So this was, I'm assuming, inside the Pokeball. It's a little Mau Mau keycap that they made. It's Mau Mau. Little kitty Mau Mau. That's very cute. Because I was talking, she put in the note that she got it for when I was building my PC. So I don't know if this is old or like it doesn't seem to have been delivered all that long ago. So I don't know when it came through, but it's so cute. So thank you. I don't think Diana's been in chat for a while. So, whoops. Can I fix this? I'm assuming I can. Come on, go in. Wait, if I just go. Huzzah! I don't know how to fix that. Okay, that's a later thing. Happy birthday. Thank you. Okay, hang on. My hands are sticky. I'm going to try and swap out the keyboards right now. There, so I can know where everything is. Thank you for following. Which is silly. It's making me resubscribe, and when I do, I don't want it to take my money. They are giving me an error. Oh, that's weird. Happy birthday. Thank you. That's weird. Let's see. This is nice because if you guys were in chat the other day, I literally did just ask about what's it called? I was talking about needing a new keyboard because the one that I have for this PC, the arrows are like not their own keys, and it's annoying for me to game Should have a postmark, no? Let's see. Let me see. Yeah, expected delivery August. What the fuck? Why? I've been to my P.O. box since August. So yeah, she did ship this like when I was getting my PC. And I went in like September. Did I go at all in October? I think I either went early October, late September, but I've been to my PO box since August. And yet we can blame LA for this one. Okay, where did this go? Must have been lost in the warehouse. That unfortunately has happened too many times though. The amount of times you guys have sent me like candy or something and then it's been like lost in the PO box hole is a problem. I'm so bummed though, chat. I got sent, so I get some book mail PR from time to time from Hatchet Book Group. Normally it's manga. They send me quite a bit of manga. They sent me the proposal when they did the binding of it before the show came out because they'd seen my video. And then they've sent me a couple of manga since, which is very nice. But I got a notification saying they were shipping me something else. And I was like, oh, okay, great. And I wasn't sure when it was coming through. So then when I went by today, I saw that it had come. It is the BTS novel, chat. I'm so upset. The cover, it's a hardcover book and it's like 700 pages. It's a huge book. They put it in like a bubble mailer, chat. The spine, the cover and the spine separated from the book pages. Like it fully broke off in transit. I opened it and I pulled out the book and the cover came off of the book as I was pulling it out. Because I open all of my stuff at the P.O. box to make sure you guys aren't sending me a like Apple tag. So happy birthday, fellow Scorpio. Thank you. I'm so upset. I did make a post about it like, hi, just so you know. The book is, let me pull it up. It was, BTS novel. I think it's a new one. Let me see. It is, where is it? No, that's Beyond the Story. That's not it. It is, Seven Fates Choco novel, hardcover. It came out in October. Seven Fates Choco novel. Stay alive. One day, Zao wakes up in a hospital with no memory of how he got there. Retracing his steps, he stumbles upon a terrible truth. The city is under attack by otherworldly monsters called Biome. And at the center of it all is Zeha himself. But thankfully, he does not stand alone. He soon crosses paths with other young men he feels a mysterious connection to. The Seven Hunters, seemingly brought together by fate, vow to fight to their last breaths. But as the battle grows more and more desperate, they begin to realize that Biome's invasion was just the tip of the iceberg. The global K-pop phenomenon BTS gets reimagined as Seven Brave Hunters, but their message of hope remains the same. Read the full story of Team Choco's monster hunting adventure combined into a one breathtaking hardcover novel featuring exclusive photos of the members as their charismatic alter ego. And yes, there was a lot of photos in the book. My heart hurts seeing your story. Yeah, don't question me. I've never seen that with a hardcover. It's because it's brand new. That's why. It just came out last month. They sent it to me early. Haha. Oh, they did a comic book and then they did a novel of it. Interesting. Oh my god, I was wrong. Guys, guess how many pages? Guess how many pages? Guess. I guessed 700. I was wrong. Guess. 908 pages. 908 pages. No wonder the cover was mutinying. Oh my goodness. Wow, good guess. Okay. I'm gonna plug you in, but where? Okay. Oh yeah, we got. Okay. Okay. to do this. Okay, sorry, chat. I'm gonna move you. I'm trying to think where I want to plug this in. Where do I have this keyboard? I haven't plugged it down at the back. Okay. Sorry. Hi. Do you have games on your phone? I really need to get a new joke. I can't keep using that one. It's so stupid. At a certain point, it doesn't become funny anymore. Because I say it too much. No. Meow Meow fell. Okay. Meow Meow's going to stay right here for now just because I don't know. I'm assuming she'll fit. But I will check in a minute. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's that. And that's that. Okay, come on. Ow. There. Okay. Says it. Oh, look at it's purple! It lights up! Okay, wait. It works. Huzzah! Okay. I'm up. Yay. Say goodbye to the shitty random keyboard that I got off of Amazon. Okay. This one's gonna go back in the drawer. Go. In there. Okay. Huzzah. Okay. Oh, God. Huzzah. Huzzah. Okay. Shit. There we go. Anyways, I'm 28. My life is officially over, according to the eyes of young Gen Z. Not realizing that I am still also in their age demographic, which is very funny. It's so pretty. It's got like koi fish things on it. Man. Just rebirth. Oh. No, it's funny because I really don't feel old, chat. I really don't. Last year I was like really hyper aware of turning, did I take my rings off? I took the other rings off, I think. I was very hyper aware of turning 27 last year, chat. Probably because 26 and 27 is where I really realized, wow, I lost a lot of time to COVID. Like I really did lose a couple of years, which everyone experienced obviously, but it was just like something I became, like I wasn't like bothered with getting older. I just became aware of that. And then now at 28, a lot of people were like, 28 is going to hit hard. And I was like, it doesn't really feel like it does. Like, I'm so young. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm so young. And, like, I make old lady jokes all the time because I just happen to have, like, the, you know, temperament of someone who's been on this earth for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, someone who's just, like, seen some shit, you know? Like, even tonight, like, my friends being like, oh, you're not doing anything? And I'm like, what the fuck would I do? You guys are busy. What am I going to do? Go to a club? I don't want to go to... Why would I do that? I don't want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Not 30 yet. I don't know. I feel like I'm going to be super hot at 30. 30 is going to be... a man... You guys are not prepared for, like, me at 30. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I'm going to be, like that's... I'm going to evolve like a fucking Pokemon. You know what I'm saying? You guys are going to be like, oh, God... You guys are either going to be like, oh my God, she's too hot, or you're going to be like, we need to put her down. Dirk Kelly, who told you to tell me I was old? I know you let go Marvel a long time ago. I didn't let go of Marvel. I didn't let go of Marvel. I'm less obsessed with it because they oversaturated the market. It's kind of the same thing of like, I can love a song, but then you play it too much. You gave me too much. It felt like homework. It no longer felt fun. And also, I felt like they stopped giving a shit. I feel like this, especially recently. You made it past the 27 club. Hey. The joke I always tell my dad, it's like, another year of beating teen pregnancy. Sexy age, not gonna lie. Peak at 30. I wish my last 2 years of college weren't at home because of COVID Sag. Especially when I think about going back to school, it's crazy because it's like, I think about it, I'm like, okay, would I have rather have gone back to school and like finished school during COVID, or do I want to do it now because that's how time works and deal with the AI shit? And even my friend is in grad school right now that called me today, and I was talking about how one of the things that I've been thinking about doing is going back to school, but I also said I don't think I can do it until the AI bubble pops, because if I pay for class, which I would be doing, I would be paying out of pocket. I do make too much money to qualify for any loans of this. Not, I could get a loan. I really don't want to, but I would be paying for school. And I was like, if I was doing that and then I look over and someone is plugging an answer from ChatGPT into a test, I'm gonna lose my shit. Like I didn't give a shit about cheating back then. Really, like if I saw you cheating, I'd just be like, that's not my fucking problem, you know. And like I bullshitted some things, you know. Of course I did. Everyone did. But like cheating took effort back in my day, you know. Now you guys are lazy fucks, you know. Like I was lazy, but like I learned something with my cheating. You know, like the current AI thing, it's like you guys can't even write a fucking paragraph. God, like it's, and like the amount of, it's kind of like, why do you need this? Why did we need to know the Pythagorean theorem? It's important for developing your frontal fucking brain. Like sweater's badass. Thank you. As I yell about AI, Preg or Peg, one of the two. So are those my options? Logan was probably my favorite Marvel movie. Wait, why beating teen pregnancy? Oh, it's a joke. Okay, so the teen pregnancy joke. Okay, one, unfortunately, a lot of people in my family, I was not allowed to date for most of my adolescence. That's why I'm a complete fucking psycho and also funny now, on top of all the other trauma. But there are quite a few teenage pregnancies within my family. And they all love their children very much. Okay, but it was like very much like I was not allowed to like do friend group hangs if boys were going to be there. They were so convinced I was going to get pregnant if I looked at a man, or a guy, whatever. And then one time my dad, I asked for money for my dad so I can go to, I think, a 5 Seconds of Summer concert with One Direction. I think it was, my dad was giving me money so that I could go to see 5 Seconds of Summer open for One Direction with my friends. Cause I'm that fucking cool. That's how old I am, chat. All 5 of them too. Like all One Direction. Goated, frankly. And my dad had me sign this thing that was like, no tattoos, no dating someone with tattoos, like all this stuff. And I'm like, I read it through, I sign it, like no doing drugs. And I signed it. And then I paused and I'm like, okay, so teen pregnancy is still cool, right? And so that's been an ongoing joke about, within me and with my dad and I, it's like an ongoing joke. The other thing, is I always joke, like before I turned 18, I was like, hey, there's still time for me to have a downward teenage spiral and get us on Dr. Phil, you know, like there's still time. Cause like me being like aggressively responsible and like a huge fucking nerd was like a joke in my house. I'm hoping at 30 I have money to do all things I want to make myself. want to do all the things I want to make myself hot. That was when my friend, when she turned 30, she was like, my new goal for the next year is getting insanely hot. And you know what? She does look insanely hot. She got hotter. I already thought she was gorgeous. And she was like, no, I don't want anyone giving me shit. I don't want anyone being like, but you're beautiful the way you are. She's like, no, my goal is to be incredibly fucking hot. And you know what? She fucking committed. As a person currently in school, I fear the AI bubble will never pop. I honestly don't know what's going to happen. No, it's okay, Hoy. I'm going to contribute to the popping. Retro, I don't know why you were asking for the mods, but I did ban that person because they were annoying. Dating is overrated anyway. Happy birthday. Thank you. Okay, do we want... Thank you. I don't know what they were doing. Like, I was lost. May I ask what you'd like to study? So I've thought about it a lot. So I went to school I have a associate's degree in English for transfer. My goal, I went to a junior college, chat. I couldn't get a bachelor's degree at my school. And so in English for transfer, it's like transferring to a university so that I could get an English degree, but you get all like your early prerequisites, required classes out of the way in that 2 years. So I did take English specific classes, but I also got like my math requirement, language requirement, all of that out of the way, my sciences, all of that handled. So if I went back to school, I would only have to do like the existing like requirements for my degree if I really wanted to for English. However, then I started doing this job and I was like, maybe I should get a business degree, which I mean, I do think that there are, you know, an MBA programs that I could apply for and they would just be like, YouTuber, yes, hello. We can say that you went to our school? Yes, we'd love to have you. I do think that is an option. However, what I really am interested in, what I really want to go back to school for is anthropology. I really do want to study cultural and social anthropology, especially because I feel like a lot of what I do with events boils down quite a bit to like field research in a sense, because I'm going to a lot of subcultures that I'm not a part of in a lot of instances, and like observing them and things like that, and then reviewing their events. And so it's something that I'm interested in, but again, it's one of those things where I would it would be something where I'm like, I'm doing it fully with the belief of like, this is not going, I'm going with the goal of learning, not getting a better job or anything like that, which personally is how I like to see school. Like even when I was getting an English degree, I was minoring in computer science. I'm bad at math, so I did drop that. But I did that. I only minored in computer science so that when I said I was an English major, people knew I wasn't going to be a barista. You know what I'm saying? And then I was a barista. It was fun. I'm interested in sociology degree myself. Have no problem getting into an undergrad program with your portfolio right now. Are you thinking state schools or private? I don't know. I want to look at my options here in LA. We do have quite a few great schools here in SoCal, and obviously that would help things. But again, right now I'm doing nothing with my current debt, chat. I'm still in my no-buy year. My no-buy year is continuing next year. I decided it's continuing until my debt is handled. So that is my plan, I'm doing nothing until I handle that, you know. I've also thought about trade school, especially going to SEMA. I really get like excited about like getting, you know, mechanic technician like certification and going to trade school when I go to SEMA. I don't know what it is about SEMA. I just get like so excited about like, I want to learn how to work on cars and like have options, you know, like that's. But last year I did that and I started reaching out to trade schools and they were like really weird about the fact that like I wasn't desperate for a job. Like they were like, I mean, why do you want to, I was like, I want to learn. What are we doing? Have you paid off now? Still just the 2. I got up to 2. But yeah, that's it. I mean, it's like, it's over $12,000 that I've paid off. I've slowed down obviously because I am like insulating myself for like emergencies and things like that. My savings is still very low, chat. So it's a slow process, but that's the safe way to do it so I don't like fuck myself further. But yeah, 12,000 paid off is pretty solid, you know. for that. I don't know if I'd ever be a doctor, but I'd love to study medicine because, yeah, like I kind of want to take the LSAT because I do think I would do well. You know, like I just want to take the test. Like, do I actually want to go to law school? Not really, but I do want to take the LSAT, you know? Just because, like, I do think I could. But also, my whole thing, it's like, I really believe in getting the most out of life as you can. And like I'm saying, I'm acknowledging how young I am. I have so much time. Like, if I decide to go to trade school at 35, I can go to trade school at 35, you know? And, like, I'm so young. I can reinvent myself like another 15 times before I die. Like, and that's on the low end. This is my first year teaching trade school. HVAC and refrigeration, sick. I did also think about, before I was really into cars, chat, I was thinking about going to trade school to be a locksmith. I did think about locksmith school. Because apparently, like, that's, so I know right now we have a crazy shortage of technicians for mechanics. I know there's a crazy shortage. However, I do also know that there is actually a shockingly low amount of locksmiths. I'm a trade inspector, so nothing at all to do with my job. LOL. Awesome. I went to school again recently for digital illustration just because I doesn't have to be a capitalistic mindset. Yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, even when I was thinking about, so this was a manic episode, and I want to make that abundantly clear. My manic episodes are wildly productive and only self-destructive in certain ways. I had a very messy friendship breakup. I was not in therapy properly at the time. And my brother did something insane that pissed me off, okay? My brother said, because he was going to university, he was transferring to university, and he was like, I don't give a shit how much money you have or how many followers you have. You're fucking nothing without a bachelor's degree. And I'm going to be the only one in this family with a bachelor's degree, is what my brother said to me on the phone. And my dad, who also doesn't have a bachelor's degree. And I was like, this piece of shit, I'm gonna curb stomp him. So as he was on the phone telling me what a failure I was, which was funny, as I was living alone in an apartment I paid for, with my thousands of followers, which you can argue you don't give a shit about, but it was funny because, like, he so desperately wants to be a creator, and that's the shit he said to me. Wild shit. Okay. So as I'm on the phone with him, I'm looking up accelerated bachelor's programs online. I'm like, I'm going to get this fucking degree before him. Like I didn't even tell him. I was fully going to do this in secret. I fully was going to finish my English degree online I'm not even telling you what college it was. Guys, in the span of 13 days, okay, I found a college, applied, got accepted, enrolled, made my first payment of classes, started classes, got a bad grade on one paper because I read the instructions wrong because I hadn't been in school in literal years, and dropped out after I had a panic attack about how much work I was going to need to do to finish my degree. Oh my God, I already don't have time. Oh my God, are you going to be mad at me, Dad? My dad's like, why the fuck did you do this in the first place? And I dropped out within 13 days. It was a wildly successful and productive manic episode. I never told my brother. And I was just like, by the time it was done, I was like, what the fuck was I on? Like, who the fuck is this kid? I own my own car. My dad had to buy him one. Like, what the fuck am I on? You know, it's funny in hindsight. It's funny then. At the time, I was like, I'm never going to go back to school. And what it was, it's like, I always knew I was going to go back to school. I know I will go back to school. At the fucking time, I should not have been back in school. I was not doing well, clearly. Okay. That was 2022. I was doing too much. It was just back into traveling. I was already having no fucking time. It was a mess. Does he watch our live streams? Of course fucking not. Absolutely the fuck not. He doesn't. Being the independent sibling. It's not about harder. It's like, there's a level of independence that leads to a level of self-reliance that leads to a level of potentially self-destruction if you're not careful. You know what I'm saying? Like, I do think, and I'm not talking about like relationships. Do not come at me with those, you'll never find a good man bullshit. Fuck you. Okay. 2, I just think like there is an element of acknowledging, hey, I might be spiraling and I don't know how to acknowledge that, because I'm doing everything alone, and I'm the one that's always okay. You know what I'm saying? And like I wasn't doing well. And Lisa was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, I'm so excited. I'm doing amazing." I love learning. If I could learn every job in the world only to have that knowledge. This is why vampirism is so cool to me. Yeah, I do think I would be like a pretty sick immortal. Like I think I'd be fine eventually. I'd like I because there's so many things, you know. I'm already bisexual. Like I think I'd be a great immortal, Chad. Trade school teachers are awesome, but the business model depends on job placement. If you just want the education experience, find a mentor. You'd be a great vampire. Getting back at your siblings, it's very powerful. Spite is a strong motivator. No, and like I like the I could have done it. Like so he was gonna finish his degree in 2 years. I was gonna do mine in 13. Like the track I was on, like, and the school really tried. Like when I was like, hey, I really fucked up. Like they really were like, do you want like how come like they did try and help me fully. And I was like, no, I think I need to drop everything. You know, I think I'm not, you know, I think I need a breather. They did try to help though, but it was, I don't know. It's, what the fuck was I talking about? I would have done it in 13 months with like the timeline I was on, and I would have done it. And I just like, it was crazy because I was like laying in bed and I couldn't sleep thinking about like, oh my God, but to finish your bachelor's degree, you have to do a thesis. I was like, what the fuck? It's like, you're nowhere near that fucking point if that is the case. Like, what are we talking about? Like it's like I did 1 day of classes and I was like, no, it was like, sorry, I should say it was like by the 3rd day of classes is where I was like, of online classes again. And that I was like, I can't fucking do this. Speaking of vampire, so you've seen an Interview with the Vampire. I am rewatching the show now because I never watched season 2. So I'm rewatching the show now so I can watch season 2 so I can watch the Vampire Lestat. Because I'm really excited for slutty Vampire Lestat. And find your nearest independent mechanic certified for them. Please write your own Bible. No, it is what it is. Okay, I kind of want to, while we yap, chat, I'm going to try and do this. Because I can crochet. This is a Woobles. I get ads for these all the time, and I've never let myself buy one. But at the event today, one of the freebies was this thing. And I was like, obviously I need the crochet. So the whole thing, it's like everything that you need to make this little fucked up penguin guy is inside this baggie. So we've got like the different yarns. I've never done this. I usually don't even like crochet this small of a gauge too. It's already started. The round is already supposedly started for you. I am intrigued. Stuffing. Anarchy said. Also, I never officially said happy birthday. I am despondent. She's gonna come on a stream and be pissed. Thank you. Oh. Anarchy sent a cat that is... Fuck you. She corrected my typing, chat. Hello, you are live on Twitch. How dare you correct my spelling on my birthday? How dare you?
You misspelled despondent. Listen, if you're gonna guilt trip me, do it grammatically
Despondent.
correct.
I know. It's funny as we were talking about my English degree on stream.
Oh, ew, what? Is that a bug? Is that a bug in my house? Fuck is that? Die. Okay, it's dead. Okay, sorry, my parents just left. I wanna go recover from my parents.
Okay, I'm live.
Happy birthday, chat. Give her money.
You heard her.
It is your civic duty to give Amanda money. Give Amanda money. Okay, I'll go now.
Bye. Okay. Thinking what a bunch of certificates instead of a degree. I want to get certificates. So I want to get forklift certified so fucking badly, chat. Okay. This is supposedly everything. Okay. And then this is the gauge. It is it's 4 millimeter. Instructions are apparently inside this. Let's look at the jar out now. I want to get the forklift certified. It sounds so cool. I want to get forklift certified. I want to be forklift. Forklift certified. Oh, okay. So I'm sorry. It's going to make me go online, scan a QR code to get my instructions. Fuck you. Hi, Anarchy. Give her money. Y'all are funny. Anarchy, I'm going to try making a Woobles. I got it from the event thing today. It's a penguin. Pierre the penguin. We can call him Pierre Gasly. I have to type a password to make a penguin? I already gave her subscribers. Hi, chat. Open your wallets. The fuck? Kuna is safe. I have to enter a password to make a fucking... Ah! Retro! Thank you for the 100 bits! Wow, 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 wow! Retro is also saved. As I try and type in this code that makes no sense. I have to enter my email? Oh my god, this thing is so... Let me make my penguin! Maybe later. There we go. Overview.
With this kit, you're going to learn how to crochet and in the process make this cute little plushie. This guy's name is Pierre the Penguin. We're going to start with the pre-started piece that comes in your kit. To make his head, work our way down, then make the belly, beak, and wings, and sew them all together.
Okay.
With any Woobles kit, you're going to be doing more than just pass the time. You're going to be learning a new skill. So if this is your first time...
Omen! Thank you for the 300 bits! Wow, 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 wow!
If you run into trouble, just tap on the help icon at the bottom.
Thank you!
To find videos to help you troubleshoot.
Yeah, a couple people subbed already.
Or
Okay.
I'm going to be demoing most of these videos using blue yarn. You have the same type of yarn in your kit, so you should be able to...
We're gonna crochet chat.
You might just need to use a different color depending on which
Ah.
yarn you have. Take the big yarn ball out of your kit and look in the middle of it. There should be a piece that looks like it's already been crocheted and has some plastic things on it. Leave the plastic things and the piece intact. You're going to pull that yarn out, and if that yarn's actually coming from the outside of your ball and
I've used Brother and Singer. I currently have a Viking hug scarf, whatever you call that.
So what we are going to do is wrap this yarn around our left hand. So take your left palm, face it to you,
Okay.
hold the piece in front of your palm, and watch the yarn that's connected to the yarn ball. You're going to wrap that once around your pinky.
Okay.
So now the piece is behind your fingers, and then bring the yarn over your index
I'm
third
listening to it.
close to your knuckle. That way, when you're crocheting, the yarn won't easily slip off of your finger.
Okay.
Now that you have the yarn draped on your hand, you want to make sure that you're holding your piece in the correct orientation. If you think of this piece like a coin, there is the concept of a head versus tail, and an up and down. So you want to have this little loop in the upper right-hand corner, and then the orange stitch marker immediately to its left.
Okay.
And the green stitch markers are to the left of that. You also want
In
to
Chatsworth?
cut off
Hmm.
piece of yarn in case it's in front of your piece. You want to move it to the back, under and behind the yarn that is draped on your finger.
Ah, I'm sorry. Thank you for subscribing. Hold on. Fuck. Omni Jewel, you won the Swell Grand Prix with the Prime Booze. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Then that's that. That's that. There we go. Okay.
The reason why we're in this awkward position is because we want to control the tension between your index finger and the piece. Having an even tension is going to make your stitches look even. It's going to make it
Thank you.
so if it's feeling like it's too loose, like there's too much slack,
I need you to talk faster, lady. Okay.
last step to get into crocheting position, pick up your hook and stick it into the little loop from the right to the left or from the bottom up, depending on how your loop is currently positioned. Now you're in crocheting position.
Okay, that's it. All right.
We're going to learn how to make what's called a single
Bye.
crochet stitch. This is the basic stitch in crochet, and it's what most of your plushie is made of. So you've got your hook in this little loop, and first thing you need to do is figure out what hole to put the hook into. Luckily, we have these plastic things to help. You want to put your hook in exactly the same hole as this orange stitch marker. If you were to look at the rim of your piece, you would see that the orange stitch marker is under two strands of yarn that kind of look like a horizontal V. So you want to put your hook in the hole directly below that horizontal V, in the hole that is marked by this orange stitch marker.
Okay.
So pull the orange stitch marker all the way off to the left so it's out of your way, and then put your hook immediately to the
I
right
did it.
so that the hook is under those two strands of yarn that look like a horizontal V. So now it should look like there's three strands of yarn on your hook. You want to make sure the tip of the hook is facing you and the hook is in front of the working yarn.
Okay, I did that. I need this to go faster, actually.
Do what's called a yarn over. We're going to bring the hook down and under the working yarn and then put it behind the working yarn. The goal is to grab the yarn with the tip of your hook. So you'll need to make sure that the tip of your hook is still facing you. And when you're doing that motion, try to only move if you can. Resist the urge
This would have been faster if they were written.
to pull the yarn onto the hook.
We still haven't, like, pulled a new stitch.
Hook through the hole that the hook just went into. So just those first two loops on the hook. And it's really common when you're first learning how to crochet to get your hook snagged in the yarn, so I'm going to give you some tips on how to do this. So first you want to pull the piece in the hook in opposite directions to artificially
These switch
make
bits.
the hook needs to go through a little bigger.
I mean the massive ones with oil rigs and stuff, pistons that are like meter across and stuff.
Yarn meets the rest of the piece. So that this new loop looks like it's basically the same size as the old loop. You should have two loops on your hook now, which means that you're halfway through the stitch that's called the single crochet stitch.
2 loops.
Let's pause and make sure that these loops are a good size so that we know it'll be easy for the hook to go in and out of that loop. Yarn ball to make it smaller.
Okay.
Alright, so we've checked that these loops are a good size. They're basically the same size as the tip of the hook. We've got two loops on our hook and we are halfway through the
I just did it. This better speed up. That's it? God.
Now pull the piece and the hook in opposite directions to tip. If you've only got one loop left on the hook, then congrats. You have finished the single.
I did it.
And you can move on to the next video. Now we're going to make what's called an increase stitch.
I'm not finished. We're not finishing this tonight. This is insane.
Stitch. We're just going to do
I don't want it to be child. I'm an adult.
and do it in exactly the same hole. So we're going to make a second single crochet stitch in the same hole. Before we do that, let's just double check we're set up to. So you've got one loop on your hook, and to start this second single crochet stitch, you need to put your hook in exactly the same hole as the previous single crochet stitch went into. That hole is the hole that is marked by the orange stitch marker. So pull that orange stitch marker off to the left so it's out of your way, and then stick the hook in the same hole immediately to the right of the orange stitch marker. And it should look like you've got 3 strands of
I did it.
hook, because that hole was
Okay.
under 2 strands of yarn that look like
We're we are done with this project for now, actually. That's a later project, clearly. Okay. Do you want to watch spooky videos? I was watching more Bizarre Bub, by the way, chat, the other day without y'all. I admit. Towards your vampirism aura. Thank you. It's Lestat's B-Day, so you were both... Wait, me and Lestat have the same birthday? That bitch. Sorry. Thank you. Sorry, I'm replying to messages, chat. All right, and the creature. Yes, we have Godzilla, Swell, and Lestat, and the creature. It's our week. Okay, that's what's happening. I want to watch spooky videos, chat, and it's my birthday, so I get to do what I want. So if you don't want to watch spooky videos, you don't have to. But like, that's what I'm gonna do because it's my birthday. Also, I hit 526,000 subscribers, which is sick on Swell Entertainment. Thank you. Okay, let's see. Where's my headphones? There they are. What's poppin', fam? No. Let's see. Let's see. Where did they go? They were giving me so many of these. Where's my Bizarre Bubs? I will admit, some of his are like either really... My dad is calling. Hold on. I am live. Is it life or death? Thank you. Bye. My dad says hi. I have 216 subs. Let's go. Okay. Bizarre. Bub. Scary. Okay. There's a child on this one. I don't like that. Oh, there was one that I watched the other day, chat, and I do think it may have just been a someone sleepwalking. Why? Hang on. There we go. There There we go. I was like, where is it? Scary cop. Scary cop. Okay.
A man named Nick is taking
That's
care of his
really
sick
loud.
grandmother when one night he sees this.
She has dementia, and this scared me so bad. Keep watching, it gets worse.
Now, it's important to note that Nick's grandma has Alzheimer's, which often causes her to stand around and see things that don't appear to be there. But as she stands there, something happens that Nick can't explain. While taking this video, this is captured. Take a look.
Okay, I fully thought she was gonna jump scare him. Oh, the dog's freaked out. Go talk to her. What the fuck is that? Is that a Roomba? Not the Roomba. Go talk to your grandma. Go talk to her. This isn't that scary. You're being a prick. Go talk to your grandma, dude. Why are you zooming in on the Roomba? It's a Roomba. Not the...
Apparently, something that was on top of the fridge had fallen.
Happy birthday, Swell. Thank you. That looks like a
over
fire detector.
and
That
falls
looks like
all
a
of
fire
sudden,
detector.
Which Nick says is made creepier by the fact that his grandmother's dog was growling. But this incident gets
Y'all
a
don't
whole
just
lot
stand
strange
around
when
your
Nick
place
shows
because
what
you can.
exactly fell
Yeah.
from the fridge. Take a look.
Alright. So this is in response to last night. My grandma loves to collect little figurines.
That's not what fell,
One
though.
of my grandma's little angels fell off the fridge last night.
Okay. That it looked like a fire
See how
detector.
far back they are. Genuinely.
If the mini statue was sitting far back on the fridge, then just how exactly did it tip over? Nick has no clue, but after watching this clip many times, he notices something pretty freaky.
Honestly, I'm a bit indifferent. No, I'm pretty sure it's just a plug-in charger. I brought my girlfriend Claire here so she can help demonstrate. But can you try to step in front of that? And so it just does that. Move away. So that comment says that the Roomba doesn't do that unless someone's in front of it. My question is, like,
As it just did it.
he's kind of creepy with a smiley face and everything.
I don't know. This
Even when
one's
it gets
dumb.
to the edge, it does that.
Now
This
looking
one's
back at
dumb.
Nick's video, one can see that the Roomba does the same back and forth motion as if someone were standing in front of it.
This is
But the
dumb.
question is, just what exactly was in its way? To Nick, the Roomba might have been sensing something. Now this is where things start to get pretty creepy, because ever since then, Nick has been feeling immensely uneased by the kitchen space. Considering that his grandmother has no other TV in the house except here, he has no choice but to watch near the kitchen. But one night, while watching alone, this happens.
So, I was watching my show, and after last night, I'm definitely not leaving these lights on.
Not him still
What?
watching Clone Wars.
I was watching my show, and
All right. Talk to your grandma, bro.
there.
There's no Roomba in sight to explain
Okay.
the dogs' behavior. Both dogs are staring at something, even though nothing is there. And it's the fact that they're looking at the kitchen that makes this even more unsettling. Now it's worth
Yeah, just
noting
talk to your
that Nick's
grandma.
grandpa, who passed away last year, had once told Nick that he thought he'd seen his grandmother
skipping
standing in
ahead.
the kitchen one night with the lights off. But after being startled by the ice maker, which
This one's dumb. Is this whole video? You're fucking joking.
Not much else. Crawl to one hallway inside her
There's
house
a baby.
and just stare at it. Now, this wouldn't be so strange if it weren't for the fact that she would continue to do this throughout the years. Just like when she
baby.
was a baby, she still to
stands
this
up.
day stares at this hallway for no apparent reason.
Yeah, babies are weird. Like dogs.
Vámonos ya. Vente, mi amor. Vente. Vamos a...
Babies
From
are
playing
weird.
a game of tag by herself to blowing kisses at the hallway, Regina behaves as though she's playing with one of her friends. It goes without saying, but she may have an imaginary friend. But to Gabby, this may not be the case, because as of recent, this was captured.
¿Qué pasó? Ay, Dios, ahora sí me asusté. ¿Qué pasó? Ay, Rachel. Mira, apunta para allá. ¿Qué, mi amor? Vámonos. ¿Qué, mi amor? ¿Qué hay? ¿Qué pasó? Ven, amor. Ven, amorcito, vente. Venga, mi niña. It's okay.
Unlike before, Regina has been acting differently
Babies are
towards the
weird.
hallway. Gabby's most recent videos involving the hallway show Regina being creeped out, and not a single video appears to show why that is. Or at least, not to Gabby's knowledge. It wasn't until recently that many people started to comment on a certain video that she randomly took one night. It was a short clip of her daughter doing her nightly routine. But according to viewers, if you look closely, you'll notice what it is that's been scaring Regina. This is what she caught.
Día número 19, intentando...
The fuck?
What was meant to be just a fun little video turns into something terrifying. Inside a closet, a shadow-like figure quickly passes, and it happens right after Regina points at it. No one else was home, which would have otherwise explained it. After reading the comments, Gabby checks the closet space and finds nothing. If the space is clear, then what was this? Although she doesn't know, viewers have an idea. This may be, as they believe, the thing that Regina has been so afraid of. She even points at it like she always does with the hallway. Although not sure what to think, Gabby remains concerned. But then one night, in a different video, she records something that makes her extremely uneasy. While filming her daughter in the kitchen, this happens.
Cuando le encuentras un miedo a tu...
Not
Like
the fucking
previously,
get
a
the
passing
Roombas out
shadow
of the
was
house,
seen,
clearly.
But this time, in the same space as Gabby and her daughter. This figure, whatever it might have been, passes from one side to the other before seemingly disappearing.
If
If
she
no one else was home,
if
as Gabby
she
states,
reacted to
then
that,
who
I
is
would give you
this?
some credit.
It's
She
hard to
doesn't look
say,
at all.
and it doesn't help that neither Gabby nor Regina
She
had
doesn't seem to
noticed
give a
it.
shit.
Given
Yeah.
all that's happened, the question arises, just who or what was caught on camera? Gabby has yet to know, but she continues to be on the lookout for any strange recordings she accidentally captures. Until then, she has no explanation for this or her daughter's sudden fear of the hallway. On July 10th of 2025, a security camera inside a house begins to record after sensing motion in the living room. This camera only records whenever movement
There's
is
a dog.
detected. The thing is though, no one is home.
There's a dog.
No one is around,
There's a
or
dog.
at least no person is. Although the man who lives here wasn't home at this time, his dog was.
Yeah.
And so, upon receiving this notification, he ignores it. But unbeknownst to him, this motion-activated recording would capture something deeply unsettling at that moment. Ever since then, his dog hasn't been the same. This is what was caught.
Do they live in an apartment? Sounded like a car driving by. Is that a sneeze?
After what occurred in this footage, the owner has been making sure to never leave his dog alone. As he states,
You know what it is? I think the dog was in the windowsill and was sniffling and got a spider or something, and it tickled its nose and went up its nose, and that's what was making it sneeze, and it was weirded out. Yeah, a mosquito. I think it inhaled a spider. Like it could that because that was a sneeze, definitely. It's acting like there's something in its nose.
something had messed with his dog. Now it's worth noting that his dog is okay and is only slightly frazzled. In the footage, we can see him looking at something that doesn't appear to be there, as the owner believes something was agitating him. Whatever it was, according to him, had to be
that's his
responsible for
sneeze.
yanking off his
Yeah,
dog's
that's
collar.
I don't think it
Now, of
yanked off a
course,
collar. I
it
think
could
he
be that his dog had
sneezed.
simply shaken off his own neckband.
Yeah.
But this wouldn't make sense according to him, because the collar has no way of coming off easily unless
Dogs are
someone
weird.
removes it.
Dogs
Given
are
that This
weird.
never happened before. The owner can't help but think that something paranormal occurred here. But as always, I'll let you be the judge on that. Just what exactly had taken place during this recording? Let me know your thoughts on this one.
Number 3.
Now this next video was submitted to me by Captain Scorpio, who says that he found this on Instagram. But strangely, the account from which the video originated is no longer there. Although its disappearance is pretty strange, the video itself is by far the strangest. In it, two women appear to be hiking on a secluded trail when they stumble across a metal hatch.
Watch there be nothing. Oh.
Although hesitant at first, they proceed to open up this hatch. After all, they know it's just a water cistern and not something else they should be cautious about. But perhaps they should have, because it's what happens next that turns this video into the stuff of nightmares. This is what they caught.
Is that glass?
It's plexiglass. I f***ing heard noises.
Dude, f***ing do it.
Ugh. Do you hear it echoing?
We have to do
I
it
think
now.
I've seen this video. That sounds so loud.
Holy sh**. Are you?
The echo.
This is insane.
Oh.
There's a flashlight in my backpack.
That's a shadow. That's fuck off. That's glare. Fuck off.
Get the flashlight. It's in the top.
Neither of them noticed it, but when looking down, a face
it's-
can be seen.
It's a fucking
Despite
glare.
being quite dark, someone or something appears.
It's a fucking because it moves with her phone. It moves with her. It's a smudge on the fucking camera lens.
It's brief, but whatever had been there is caught on camera. Now the video cuts when one of them goes to get a flashlight. It's assumed that they didn't see anything afterwards, because in a follow-up video, they never mentioned the face that was captured.
Because it wasn't my face.
I think I'm the sacrifice. Old, like, water cistern. It's really.
It seems they had made this video just to revisit the hole, implying they didn't see it. With no further info and no available account, it seems likely that we'll never know what had been inside this
It
hole.
literally moves when she moves the thing because it's nothing.
On a Friday night inside a retail store, an employee known as Don Rivas takes out his phone to record the following security footage. According to him, the person in this video was stealing merchandise, and he needed to keep an eye on him in case he kept stealing. But this isn't why he's recording. He's filming this because apparently
birthday.
there's
Thank
something
you.
in this
No, it's
footage
definitely
that's
a
been
glare.
freaking him out. Keep in mind that this incident
true
took place in
horror.
2014, and it still scares him to this day. While carefully observing the thieving customer, he sees this.
Look right here. Right here. Look.
The true horror.
Look, watch. What is that? What is that?
And it's just gone.
What
Bruh.
the fuck?
It is. It's there, and now it's not, bro. What is that? Bruh. What is that? What is that?
I don't know.
And then it's just gone.
Could it be something he's holding in his hand that like came into frame?
What is that? One more time. Bruh, what is that? What is that?
Now, there doesn't appear to be anything on this floor
Leprechauns.
to explain what showed up, so whatever this was should not have been there. Even if this was just some merchandise he had set down on the floor,
Oh,
it
they
wouldn't
got me.
explain how it came into view. His leg doesn't move at any point to reveal it. The only thing moving here is this. It remains unknown as to what appeared in this footage, but whatever this was continues to spook Don Rivas to this day.
It's a little
If you
guy.
caught something creepy on camera, or if there's any ghost videos you want to check out
Oh,
and
God.
include in the next compilation, you can send them over to scaryvideos444
Scary
at
videos.
gmail.com.
444.
Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.
That's it.
Also, if you haven't already done so, please subscribe and make sure.
All right, we're done. I'm gonna go watch that prehistoric show on Apple TV because that sounds fun to me. And guess what? It's my birthday, and I get to do what I want. Mwahaha. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. We will probably be live tomorrow morning, chat, for... Yeah, the sprint race is at 6. I'm going to go live for the sprint race. So we'll be live for the sprint race tomorrow at 5:30 a.m.-ish, okay? I think that's fine. Let's see. Okay, we'll raid Frogan. Let's see. Alrighty. Whoops. New keyboard. Still getting used to it. Raid. Paste. Alright. But we'll be live tomorrow morning. And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with me on my birthday. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye. This race goes well. YouTube viewers, thank you guys for hanging out with me. Obviously, we can't raid out, but I will see you guys tomorrow as well. Alrighty. Bye.